Hello and welcome everybody. You're watching ST Sports. It's your ultimate sports destination, and this is the post-match analysis of a cracker, a thriller, a blockbuster encounter at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Kochi, where the Kerala Blasters drew 1-1 with FC Pune City, and my goodness, what a match that was. Hello and welcome everybody. You're watching ST Sports. It's your ultimate sports destination, and this is the post-match analysis of the 38th match of the Indian Super League, which was an entertaining clash, an entertaining encounter at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, which ended in a 1-1 draw between the Kerala Blasters and the FC Pune City FC. Talking about the match, a thrilling encounter, stunning encounter, a dramatic encounter which ended in a 1-1 tie between the Pune City FC and the Kerala Blasters FC. Marcelino scoring in the first half for Pune City FC, whereas the Kerala Blasters goal, the equalizer, was scored by Mark Sifnios, the youngster from Netherlands. The match started off with Berbatov making into the final 11, whereas CK Vineet missed out along with Neman Jalakis Precious, who was suspended for this match. West Brown came into the defensive duties, whereas Berbatov came back for the Kerala Blasters. Whereas the Pune City FC almost retained their lineup from the last match: Marcelino, Alfaro and Ashik leading the attack for the Pune City FC. The match, the first half, was certainly controlled by the Pune FC. This game was certainly a game of two halves. The first half controlled by the Pune FC, they were certainly dominant. It was almost like it was done and dusted for the Kerala Blasters. The fans came out in lesser numbers, and the Pune City FC almost toppled over the Kerala Blasters FC. Marcelino scoring the deserved lead in the first half. They were creating chances, putting pressure on the Kerala Blasters defense all over the first half. The second half turned out to be something absolutely different. A master plan, a master class, a master plan from David James and co, which led to Dimitar Berbatov being substituted, the experienced player being substituted, and Keziron Kezito, who made his debut, the young Ugandan international, made his debut, and he made the entire difference in the second half. Was energetic throughout the entire game, and we'll talk more about him in the upcoming minutes. And the Kerala Blasters absolutely dominant in the second half. Pune City thought, okay, we'll escape with the draw, try to waste time, try to do whatever they could to get this game to a draw. They would be pleased with the draw, but the Kerala Blasters will certainly think that that they have lost 2 points there. It could have been an easy win for them, considering the fact that they were absolutely brilliant in the second half. Whereas it should be a decent score. It should be I would say fair score, as both teams are equally good in different halves. So the game ends on 1-1. We'll talk more about that now. Now, talking about both the teams, let's go to the home team, the Kerala Blasters FC, the first team. The fans came out in numbers as usual. The loyal 26,000 fans came out. Lesser number of fans, but they certainly enjoyed the home advantage. They came out predicting a victory. They were facing a tough opponent, the Pune City FC, who were in a very dominant run, and they showed their dominance in the first half. A completely baffled Kerala Blasters in the first half. West Brown playing into the defense. Dimitar Berbatov coming back into the lineup. Couldn't prove anything, couldn't do anything in the entire game. They were absolutely clueless. The Pune City FC were too good. Attacking wise, they were too good. They created a lot of chances. They put the pressure on the Kerala Blasters defense, and deservedly so. They got the first goal through Marcelino after a brilliant touch from the homeboy Ashik. First 45 minutes, absolutely nothing for the Kerala Blasters. They were absolutely clueless throughout the first half, and deservedly the game went into halftime with the Pune City FC leading 1-0. Now, talking about the second half as well, we'll talk more about that. Let's talk about the team now, the strike force of the Kerala Blasters. Mark Sifnios Jackie Chan Singh along with Ian Hume, the same strike force from the last match. They kept on shifting positions. Mark Sifnius and Ian Hume had a really good game along with Mark Sifnius, who scored the winner. The attack force were energetic throughout the game, especially in the second half. First half couldn't do much because they did not get the supply from the midfield. The midfield was pretty poor during the first half, but in the second half they got the ball from the midfield. Ian Hume, Mark Sifnius came back and played in the midfield for quite a while, created chances, and they were energetic throughout the second half, which resulted in the first goal, the equalizer. Talking about the midfield, the main point of the match, the much needed to talk about thing about the match. The midfield started with Dimitar Berbatov playing in midfield, replacing Wes Brown, who went back into his defensive role, and they were pretty clueless throughout the end of the game. The midfield was very slow. Courage Pekusin was the only attacking midfielder, and he was playing out in the wings in the first half. Which is not always the right position for Courage Pekusin, an attacking midfielder like him. So the midfield was lacking quality, even though they had Dimitar Berbatov, who is very slow. As his age now, he's played pretty slow, and will slow down things and give more time to the Pune City defense to settle down and give less chances for the Kerala Blasters attack to fasten up, to give those quick counter attacks. And master plan by David James and co, Thangboy Singto and co, as they replaced the experienced Dimitar Berbatov. They took a risk and put in the young debutant, the Kaziran Kizito, the Ugandan 20-year-old attacking midfielder, who made the entire difference in the game. He came out with the positive intent, put the attacking quality into the team, put the midfield quality into the team, made some really good runs, gave some really good passes, energetic throughout the game, and was absolutely brilliant. The young sensation for the Kerala Blasters, his brilliant through ball resulted in the Kerala Blasters equalizer. Through ball to Courage Pekusin, Mark Sifnius, the young tray of the Kerala Blasters, making the goal, scoring the goal for the Kerala Blasters, which they'll be very happy about. The Manyapada fans, and all the time he got the ball, each touch they cheered, because that's how amazing he played, that's how impressive he was on his debut. Keziron Kizito, it's a very promising player, and he will be to be watched out in the upcoming games as well. He could make the big change that the Kerala Blasters needed. So midfield, Keziron Kizito, the ultimate savior. Talking about the defense, let's come back to the defense. Nemanja Lakic was suspended, and he had to be replaced by Wes Brown, the experienced defender. Wes Brown was pretty good throughout the game. First half, the Kerala Blasters defense was troubled a lot, and they were clueless. They were really looked tired. Actually, the fitness level were low. They were pretty slow. The wingers, the wing backs were pretty slow and couldn't catch up with the quality and the pace of the Pune City FC players. But in the second half, they were not troubled, because Keziron Kizito, the attack came back, helped in the defense, and the midfield was ticking. The midfield was ticking, which made a very crucial change for them, and defensively they had kind of nothing to do during the second half. So again, defensively they have a lot to work upon, because if they keep making those crucial mistakes and giving the ball away at crucial moments of the game, it's pretty tough for them to come back. Goalkeeper didn't have to do much. Subhashish Roy Chowdhury made a couple of saves, made a couple of mistakes as well, but he came to be the savior of himself, escaped from a couple of mistakes and hadn't to do much in the second half as well. So Kerala Blasters overall, they'll be happy with the 1-1 draw, considering the fact that they were absolutely dominated in the first half, but they will be disappointed at the fact that it was a 1-1 draw after the second half performances. The crowd cheering as never before. The decibels went high in the second half after Keziron Kizito's stunning display. The attackers went high. Courage Pekusin missed the chance, and an exciting game. So Kerala Blasters, they sit on 8 points after 8 games. Disappointing start, but there's still time to make a comeback into this tournament. There's still time to get back into the top 4. If they are to win the title, they have to work harder. They have to get more chemistry, more single, more as a unit, make the right choices, make the right formation, make the right chances, and they will surely win games, because they look promising in the second half. And if they are to continue the dominant run, they are contenders for the title. But if they do not, they certainly will be out. So the Kerala Blasters hope for the best. They're facing Delhi Dynamos at Delhi Dynamos home next. So the Kerala Blasters will hope for a much improved performance in the next one. Now talking about the away team, Pune City FC certainly came favourites into this game, having a brilliant away record this season and sitting at number 2 in the table, having the best strike force this season. According to me, Marcelino, Alfaro, they've got Ashley Corinian, brilliant strike force and a very dominating midfield. Marcos Teba, Jonathan Luca, Adil Khan, a very promising midfielder. So this showed the dominance of the entire tournament, showed their class, showed in the first half when they absolutely dominated the Kerala Blasters. They kept on putting pressure. The attackers and the midfielders were very, very impressive in the first half, made chances, took the ball away from the Kerala Blasters, pressed really hard and made a lot of chances, which resulted in the first goal by Marcelino, which with a brilliant touch from Ashik, the Keralite. And the defense had nothing much to do in the first half. They were very good, their positioning was very good, and Vishal Kai, the goalkeeper, as well, nothing much to do in the first half. Second half, an entire change of story. They were put on the back foot by the Kerala Blasters. Keziron Kesito, defeated by his pace, defeated by his energy, and Keziron Kesito put a stunning performance, and Pune City couldn't match up. In the end, all they could do was waste time. Emiliano Alfaro, after he was substituted, he almost took 2 minutes to get out of the field. They tried to waste time, they tried to be a little cheeky, but they would be certainly happy with the 1-1 result, considering the fact that Kerala Blasters absolutely dominated them in the second half. But they've got a lot of work upon. If they continue the first half performance, the attacking quality, they are one of the 5 favourites this season. And they will want to work upon being consistent throughout the entire game. That would be the major thing to work upon, because they look like a really good side, and they will want to continue the dominant run. So they'll be certainly disappointed with their with the draw, if they have to look at the fact at their first half performance. But I would think they're pretty pleased with the draw, because of their performance in the second half, and how Kerala Blasters dominated them in the second half. Pune City, lot of potential, favourites, looks like a strong dominant unit. They will want to continue with consistency. Now overall, what a cracking encounter, what a cracking match at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. A dramatic end to it, 1-1 draw. The Pune City FC will be pleased with the draw, whereas the Kerala Blasters will be disappointed, considering the fact that they were absolutely dominant in the second half. The Kerala Blasters will want to continue their run, which they showed in the second half. Keziron Kesito, lot of potential. He'll be the main guy now for the Kerala Blasters in the upcoming games. They've got to improve. The fans will be coming out in huge numbers next time. They were lesser today, but they were loud. But Kerala Blasters take on Delhi Dynamos next, whereas Pune City FC will take on Chennai FC. The clash of the table toppers will be up next for them. They will want to do their consistent run. Kerala Blasters will want to get in the top 4, whereas Pune FC will want to continue their dominant run. So the Indian Super League is just getting better and better. You're watching ST Sports, it's ultimate sports destination. And until the next one, it's a goodbye from me. It's Sam signing off. See you in the next one. Keep on subscribing, keep on supporting us, and see you in the next one. Peace out.